Hey everybody, how are you? This is Nancy, the Disorderly Stitcher. It is Sunday, May 21st. Now, I know that I just posted yesterday, but you know what? Inspiration has struck and I'm excited and I want to share, and I'm hoping that some of you will jump on board with me. What I want to do is start a SAL. All right. So you want to call it a stitch along? Cool. You want to call it a start along? Great. Whatever floats your boat. All right. So where did all this inspiration come from? Well, yesterday I was going through my drawers, these drawers back here, and I came upon this pattern by Heartstring Samplery called A Plant of Rapid Growth. Can you see that? And I don't know why, but it spoke to me. Fancy, right? So I thought, yeah, I want to do this. But I also want to use my Color and Cotton threads. Now, I joined two thread clubs by Color and Cotton. The Primitive and Neutral, I think it's called, and the other one is All Colors, something like that. And I don't have a lot of them. So I thought, all right, how am I going to do this? Well, there isn't 100% color per color conversion from DMC to Color and Cotton. So I started pulling out DMCs, and I pulled out as many of the fancy floss that she has in this chart to see if I could make conversions that way. I had my stacks of my DMC, and I had my box of Color and Cotton, and my box of Weeks, and my box of Gast, and this and that, because here's the thread list. All right, and you can see she has the fancy floss on one side and the DMC on the other. And you have to go into like the back page of the pattern to figure out which is Weeks, which is Gast, and which is Classic Colorworks. Because I didn't want to go and buy a lot of thread. And my DMCs are all spread out in the many millions of projects I have kitted and started. So I started out by, it calls for 36 count Heartland by Picture This Plus. So I started out by putting that in the cart at 1, 2, 3 stitch and all the threads in the cart at 1, 2, 3 stitch, but I didn't push the button to order it. I have to have stuff I can use. So what happened is after I pulled all my DMCs and my Classic Colorworks and my Weeks, I got a pretty nice combination. Then I started looking for fabric. And lo and behold, I found a piece of 36 count Heartland by Picture This Plus. And I pulled it out in probably about 10 other colors, 10 other fabrics. I got way too much fabric. And started laying the threads on top. And I'm like, no, you know what? Heartland, I don't like it. It's too light. There's too much, I don't know. And so I finally came down to a piece of 36 count Renaissance by Color and Cotton. And this is what I got. Now, I did end up with a combination of Color and Cotton, Gentle Arts, Weeks Dye Works, and Classic Colorworks. And none of these are called for. All right, I did my own thing. And even when I thought I had my own thing, I changed my own thing. Because originally, you know, I thought, okay, the roof looks like it's 2 shades of brown. I don't know if you can see it. But I didn't like the browns I first came up with, so I pulled 2 grays. I pulled Rushmore and Guitar Strings, okay, which are gray. The Guitar Strings is sort of a bluish gray. But then I started going back through my Weeks Dye Works, and I came across Swiss Chocolate and Chestnut. Yummy. All right, so I think that's going to be my roof. And then the flowers were supposed to be, I was going to use the DMC because I didn't have the fancy floss. and they were supposed to be DMC 3778 and something else. 3777. Or Red Rocks and Sanguine by Weeks Dye Works, I believe. Yes. So I know I have Sanguine somewhere, and I had Red Rocks. But, all right. Again, I started going back through my weeks, and I found Brick and Red Pear, which I thought gave it a more colonial, old-fashioned look. I've never done this before. I am pumped, but I'll tell you what, this is work. I started last night, which was stupid because you need the natural light, if at all possible. So I am pumped. But I'll tell you what, I've made decisions about where I want certain colors and where I don't want the colors. So I had to write everything down because I've got to keep track of what's going where and not just take it by the symbol. Have I created a headache or what? But you know what? I'm pumped. So this is what my project tracker looks like. So I have everything written down and where I want it to go. And I am so pumped. I have decided to make a red, white, and blue project bag. So I pulled this out. I don't know if I'm going to use that, or if I'm going to use the Teresa Kogut fabric that I bought. To me, this fits better. It fits the pattern. But anyway, so that's where I am. So why am I telling you all this? Well, like I said, I want to do a stitch along, start along, whatever you want to call it along. And I'm hoping that you jump on board with me. So we are going to use the hashtag red, white, and summer SAL. And I didn't put blue in there so that people that don't identify with red, white, and blue can join us. Like our Canadian friends, they could just make it a red, white, and summer SAL. And I'll tell you what, Erin Elizabeth has a beautiful house pattern that she drafted with an American flag and then the same thing with a Canadian flag. And you know what? I love both of them, and I might just do both because they're cool. Okay, and red's my favorite color. So there you go. And I borrowed this from a gal from the Steel City retreat in March, and she gave out these little things. Okay, they're plastic, like badge ID things. And inside she had a card, and I want to try and pull this out because, I just sealed it. Now you can't open it up because you're on camera and all the things. So I borrowed the idea and I put my logo on one side and all the project information on the other. How cool is that? So that using my fancy little, what do you call that? Bulb pin? Looks like a light bulb to me. I'm going to put that on the zipper of my brand new red, white, and blue project bag when I get it done. People, I am pumped. Who is this person? What has invaded my body? I have no idea. Maybe it was the extra toasty Cheez-Its. So, if you want to join us, hashtag red, white, and summer SAL. If you have any questions, email me at disorderlystitcher@gmail.com, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. If you would like to join the Facebook group, it's under the Disorderly Stitcher. And please make sure you answer the questions. I have been sending feedback and declining membership because of people not answering the questions. I need to make sure that you're a real Stitcher type person and not some wacko that just wants to, see what's going on. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And I'm going to start on the 1st of June. Play along with me. This is going to be fun. All right. You take care. Bye-bye.